Welcome back to the only cafe that says pussy is always fresh. And so is the cake they sell it. That cake, man, and everything that goes with it, it's all fresh. This is Nekopara, Volume 2, and I am so going to hell for that joke. Anyway, last time I remember, Chapter 2, kind of got an understanding of what happens when Coconut actually feels a lot better about herself. And hopefully you out there can understand her plight. Because none of us are perfect. So, without further ado, let's load up! Oh, that's good. You and those heaving breasts of yours, Cinnamon. Not down my heaving breasts. Oh, what's wrong, Maple? You think you're the only one that has to have that kind of attention too? Hey, that's great. Your special training's paying off. I won't worry about Azuki's attitude. I'm just glad that Coconut's happy. Yet you're working in my cafe. You call that weird? You need to clean up behind yourself, girl. Just saying, don't do it in front of customers. I'm telling you right now, it's nothing like what you're thinking, alright? Which is something we all need to remember. Because that's a real big problem. It's a real big problem in this age that we live in. We have to pretend we gotta be somebody else instead of appreciating who we are.
ね、おじいちゃん。よくわかんないけど、 一昨日に何かあったみたいね。ま、そっちのが同じっぽくていいと思うわよ。お姉ちゃんの一人としてなっちゃんが大人になって嬉しいな。無理して背伸びしてもいいことないと思うし。
Maple and Cinnamon seem to agree. They're family, after all. I'm reminded of that again.
Hi, Kashou.
What's up, Azuki?
ナッツが宇宙人猫から脱出したのはいいんだけどね。特にナッツは単純なんだから、あんな特別扱いしてやんなよ。
Special treatment?
してんだろ、思いっきりよ。言ってもナッツはまだまだガキなんだから、距離感気をつけろって話だよ。
I remember to keep that in mind when you're in heat. She softly hits my chest. We're family. We can't help but be close.
いや、そうじゃなくてな。あずき、もしかして羨ましいの
Uh-oh.
僕とお兄ちゃんが仲良しなのか。
I'm backing up.
誰がそんなことで嫉妬するかボケ。
I'm backing up.
調子に乗んじゃねえこのダメ猫が。
Uh-oh.
大人になった僕にそんな挑発は通じないよ。てめえ、図体と同じくらい態度まででかくなりやがって。
That's healthy. Sometimes.
体は関係ないだろ。あずきだって体くらい謙虚になればいいのに。
I'm backing up now.
なんだてめえ、やんのかこら。
I'm backing up.
そっちがふっかけてきたんでしょ。だったらやってあげるよ。
Definitely backing up.
ま、多少大人になってもこんなもんよね。
Yeah.
これでこそ水無月姉妹ですしね。
And that's how it ends, I guess. Some things just don't change.
Nekopara. ようかしょ、休憩入るぞ。
Alright, good work out there. I'm in the middle of something and respond without turning to face her. Oh, Azuki!
ん？なんだ？
How's Coconut doing? She doing her work alright?
とりあえず一昨日までよりはまともだよ。仕事は遅いけど失敗するより200倍マシだしな。
Sometimes slow is better. Sometimes I'm like that. Sometimes I want to work fast, and sometimes I just want to work slow. But these projects I'm doing, I'm just trying to take my time, trying to get through as many of them as I can. The best way I can.
まあ、あの調子で慣れりゃ、ようやく戦力として数えられんじゃねえか。
I see. That's great. I'm relieved that she's not having a hard time with things. Like Azuki said, she'll get better as time goes on. The important thing now is helping her get to that point.
これもカショウがナッツのアホの鼻っ柱を折ってくれたおかげだな。
I wasn't trying to take her down a notch or anything. I was just helping her develop her skills a little.
てめえはダメ猫なんだから、ダメ猫なりにやれってことだろ。それを鼻っ柱を折るってんじゃねえか。
You're silly.
ナッツに必要だったのはまさにそれだしな。無理すんな。私が言っても聞かねえし。
That's because she thinks she has something to prove to you.
何言ったか知らねえけど、いい傾向だろ。
Azuki's never going to get Coconut to open up to her if she keeps saying things like that. I'll let them work that out on their own, though. I know you're watching Coconut, Azuki. You phoned just because you were worried about her, didn't you?
これでも一応一番年上だしな。私がやんなきゃしょうがねえだろ。モンシナとかプルメイなんかはもうほっといても心配だねえけどよ。こうなったことに、ナッツはでかいのは体とおっぱいだけだからな。
I see nothing wrong with this. Just because she's the tallest doesn't mean that it's a problem.
ほんと、ガキすぎて困ったもんだぜ。
She strikes an annoyed pose. I guess this is just how Azuki shows her affection. If she stopped being so sarcastic, maybe her sisters would realize that too. She probably just needs some way to hide her embarrassment though. She seems like she has lots of things to worry about.
もう、だいたい察しはつくけどな。ずっと末っ子で甘えっぱなしだったけど。だんだん体がでかくなってきたとこに、職場にの2匹が来たからな。頑張ってお姉ちゃんにやろうと背伸びしようとした結果が、あれってとこだろ。てめえもまだまだ子猫ちゃんのくせに、どうもそうなこと考えやがって。一緒になって甘えてりゃいいのに、困ったもんだ。
Azuki's being more talkative than usual. Earlier, she said that Coconut never listens to her. As the older sister, that must be pretty frustrating for her. She must be in quite a bind since she's never upfront about her feelings. There's no way she'd know them so well if she didn't love them. Seems like the Minazuki family's eldest cat girl really is a wonderful sister. I think sincerely. Must be tough being an older sister.
そうだ。私は大変なんだぞ。さらに店の仕切りまで押し付けられちまうしな。感謝の気持ちにうめえもん食わせてもらいてえもんだぜ。そういや、こないだテレビで1杯25,000円の大ママグロ丼が紹介されてたな。
25,000 in a bowl? No. No. Don't change the subject. 25,000 yen for one bowl? Even Misaki's most expensive tuna bowl is about 5,000. I'm not sure which of the two is actually closer to a normal price now. 5,000 about 5,000 yen is about $5. 25,000, that's about, I'm gonna say like $20 or something like that. I mean, it's like going to Yoshinoya and you're getting like a beef bowl. Now, a beef bowl at Yoshinoya costs you about maybe $6. The last time I went to Yoshinoya was about like last week. And I just had like one plate. Now I got like coupons at Yoshinoya saying, oh well, you know, you buy this, it's like $8 or something like that. And mind you, for how much they give you, you know, they give you a tray worth of food. And then, you know, you're sitting there and you're drinking some tea along with it. Pretty good. But still, I don't plan on 25,000 yen for that kind of shit. Fuck that shit. I guess you had to eat it to really understand. I ain't paying no 25,000 yen for no goddamn bowl. I'm sorry. Alright. Well, how about some pats? Come on. Pat, pat, pat. Wow, she melted. She melted as soon as like one touch. You're still a cat girl, given to the pets. I never expected that Azuki could be this cute. She's trying desperately not to purr, but her tail's already sticking straight up. It's like me and my cats, you know. It's like Misaki was like, we'll just do this soft little purr, and I'm like, oh hey, how's it going there? And then there's the little Miss Feral, but I gave her the name Felina because, you know, she likes to meow a lot, so I'm like, yes. And I always just mess with her just by saying no. Just for her to meow a lot. I guess it's only natural that a cat girl would like being petted. I continue to pet Azuki as I admire her. Come on, there's no one else around. You can purr if you want. One of these days it's gonna happen. I don't know when, but it's gonna happen. Damn! Coconut, how long were you there? I'd really like to know how long you were there, Coconut. Seriously. It's alright. I have the touch.
ショウの手がくせえから出たフレーメンだ、フレーメン。
シーッと。
フレーメン、フレーメンね。あずきのフレーメン顔は可愛いんだね。
I'd have to agree.
こんな野郎、調子に乗りやがって。
If you're going to get violent, do it upstairs, away from the shop. As I chuckle to myself about Azuki's outward display of affection, I stealthily produce 2 freshly baked apple pies.
Nekopara.
Alright, we're just about sold out for today. It's a little early, but I think we can close up the bakery.
はい、お疲れ様でした。
人数少ないのにも、もうだいぶ慣れたわね。あはは、ショコラとバニラはいつ帰ってくるんだろうね。
ほんとショコラはアホの子だからな。あれで鈴取れたことの方が奇跡だぞ。
鈴なくさなければいいけどね。
I've got some things to take care of after this, so can I leave closing up the store to you girls? Azuki, come with me.
はあ？なんで私だけ残業なんだろう。
You don't even know what I have in store. You just come on.
仲のいいナッツでも連れてきゃいいじゃねえか。
Don't be like that. I just need your help.
しょうがねえな。どこのケーキ屋はブラックだな、おい。
You get free pies every goddamn day. Now come with me, bitch. She comes along, putting on a show and acting oh so indignant. But underneath that sarcastic exterior, she's obedient. I reflect on that as I tell her to change her clothes. Alright, Cinnamon, I'm giving you the key to the store. Don't let me down, okay?
はーい、任されました。で、一体どこに行こうってんだ？ファッション見慣れねえスーツとか着やがって。
Come on, Sailor Catgirl.
さて、あれか？何か謝りに行くのに、私を寝込みごくにしようってか？そういうのなら、おっぱいキャットの申し仲ナッツのが向いてんだもん。
Don't worry about it, just come on. I try to reassure Azuki as she makes excuses. As we chat, night falls, and we walk around the shopping district.
さっきからそればっかじゃねえか。こんな可愛い猫とデート気分だから、店だったらいくらかかると思ってんだ？
Yes, yes, you have my sincerest gratitude, Azuki-sama. Must be somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. We're going in this store, Azuki.
お待たせいたしました。カーテン開けますね。
Do I have to? She mutters, her embarrassed face glowing bright red. It suits you, Azuki.
似合ってるとか似合ってないとかそういうことじゃなくてだな。
She's not used to wearing frilly party dresses. Azuki fidgets, idly pressing her fingertips together. As her face reddens even more, she shoots me a protesting glance. I wonder if it's okay for a cat girl to be wearing an outfit like this.
茶化すんじゃねえよ。私素材がいいから。
She's so cute when she tries to act tough. Honestly, she does look stunning in the dress, though. Personality-wise, she's pretty rough around the edges. But this really accentuates her figure. Even if her figure is that of a munchkin. Her height and very modest chest are accentuated too. That part to myself.
なんでこんな格好させてんだよ。グルメならこんなコスプレ喜ぶかもしれねえけど、私だぞ。
Plot-wise, I could tell you, but that would spoil it for the rest of the viewers out there. Hey, you wanted a taste of the sweet life, so... This store primarily sells dresses, but we're just renting this one today. The place we're headed to has a strict dress code. That's why I have to wear this uncomfortable suit, too. Yep, dress code. I take a very wide-eyed Azuki's hand and escort her outside where a taxi is waiting for us. We're here, Azuki. And just like before, I pull on her arm as we exit the taxi and head towards our destination.
着いたぞって。あ？こんなとこでドレスコードって。こういうとこに来るなら最初から言えっつうの。
And spoil the surprise? Why would I do that? We're at the top of Yokohama's Pride and Joy, its tallest skyscraper. Azuki's jaws drop as her gaze sweeps over the coastal skyline, sparkling amidst the backdrop of the night sky. You said you wanted to eat something tasty, right? Well, promise is a promise. I raise up my champagne-filled glass. We gently clink our glasses together. I have to do it like this because the picture is sideways. Yes, I do. I hope you're enjoying your meal and champagne. out her cheeks. She swirls the champagne around in her mouth the exact way I was doing. She's acting much more polite than she usually does. Maybe it's just the dress and her hairdo. But Azuki looks much more grown up. She's beautiful. I honestly believe she is. So, a famous pastry chef is here today. I figure we should try this chef's cakes at least once in our lives. This is my way of thanking you, Azuki.
お礼なんて別にしてもらうほどのことはしてねえよ。
True, but when you're running a pastry restaurant like we do, why not? No need to be so humbled. My store would really be in trouble if you weren't around, Azuki. And, well, thanking you this way also lets you take a bit of a breather.
息抜き
Seems like she already gotten used to the place. Though she still seems to be a little miffed. You're an older sister, Azuki, no joke. Especially for Coconut, you're always nearby and taking care of her. That's why I figured that you could let your guard down and take a well-deserved break from being everyone's older sister here.
歌手
She looks at me with widening eyes. I feel like I'm trying too hard to show off. But what I said was the absolute truth. You warned me, but as an older brother myself, I know what it's like to worry about younger siblings. Shigure is trying her hardest to keep up with me right now. And it seems that Coconut's doing the same. I think that somehow everything ended up more or less okay, though.
歌手
I guess that means that even you worry about me. You can get away from your sisters and let me spoil you once in a while, right? I was actually planning to come here alone, but with how things have been going, I thought this would be just the right opportunity to take you out. So, well, you know. You're an important part of our family, too, you know. You're like a little sister to me. You've been helping me out, so let me meddle in your life a little. Once again, I turned to Azuki and left my glass to her.
歌手
That's my name, don't wear it out.
ほんとおめえはかっこつけだな。
Yeah, like what I done with the place?
そんなんだから地頃パティシエとか言われんだぞ。
Despite her sarcasm, I could tell she's embarrassed from the way she's holding her glass. The two of us gently clink our glasses together again.
たまにはこういうのも悪くねえな。なんかワインに酔っ払っちまったみてえだし。
You've only had one sip! Catgirl sometimes, I tell you.
ここにいる間だけはお姉ちゃんの看板置いとくことにするわ。
That's the Azuki I know, always trying to hide her true feelings. That wide smile is more than enough to tell me how she really feels though.
お兄ちゃんも底辺だな。
Just as tough as being a big sister, I think.
ちげえね。
both empty our glasses in one gulp. And followed by pouring even more champagne into our glasses. This is Azuki, the cat girl who's always so distant with everyone. We happen to bring our glasses up to our mouths at the same time.
じゃあ、その目的のケーキが出てくるまでは
You're letting your meal get cold. You're saying.
普段のお礼ってことで遠慮なく行かせてもらうわ。
The usual things.
財布の中身は大丈夫なんだよな。
Yeah, we definitely won't be going home hungry tonight, that's for sure.
いくらかっこつけても私はお兄ちゃんなんて呼ばねえぞ。カシオがどうしても呼んでほしいって言うなら考えなくもねえけどよ。
Baby, you can call me senpai. I thought you said you weren't into that sort of thing.
ま、そういうことにしといてやるよ。
She has a very Azuki-like smile across her face. This time, Azuki's the one who raises her glass. I raise mine in response.
さあ、改めて。
Oh, we are so gonna get shit-faced after this is done.
大事な家族に乾杯。
We look out over the dazzling skyline as it twinkles in the night sky. The glasses reverberate with a crystal clear tone.
Ah, 懐かしの我が家に帰ってきたな。やっぱこっちの着慣れた服のが落ち着くな。ま、シンデレラタイムもたまには悪くなかったけどよ。
I hope that helped you blow off some steam.
ああ、おかげさまでな。いろいろと気遣い残ってんの。礼は言っとくよ。
Once she took off the dress, she went right back to being her usual self. She really settled down once we got back to a place she's familiar with.
そっちこそ何か参考にはなったのかよ。なんかガラス細工みたいなケーキばっかりだったけどよ。
An expensive restaurant like that isn't a regular bakery. If you think about it, there's no way we could compete with them.
ちげえね。
Well, we could try to copy the taste, though. But of course, someone like me, who's gotten his experience through baking at home, will never be able to replicate a cake made by a world-famous pastry chef.
そうか？カシオのケーキのがうめえなってのもあったぞ。
There are plenty who say my books are awesome too, but you don't see me complain. What's this? Are you trying to flatter me, Azuki?
一猫としての素直な感想だよ。だが。
As we continue to chat, I put my hand on the store's door.
浮かれ気分もほどほどにして。明日からはまたお姉ちゃん業も勤しまねえとな。特にナッツの顎はまだまだ子猫ちゃんだから手がかかって目が離せねえし。
Once an Oni-chan, always an Oni... Oni, yes. Once an Oni-chan, always an Oni-chan. I said one, not oni.
あいつがまた調子に乗れるまでしっかりおだててやんねえと。大将がうまいこと調子乗せたんだから責任取ってちゃんとおだててやるよ。
And she got expectations to keep, you know. She's got a big grin on her face as she cracks her usual jokes. Azuki always goes a little too far. My reply is jokingly indignant. I wasn't really planning on sweet talking or anything.
あずき、お兄ちゃん。
Oh. Coconut standing there wide-eyed.
ナッツ、なんでまだここに。
お兄ちゃんのこと待ってたから。
What? What terrible timing. By the look on her face. It's obvious that she heard what Azuki said. This is a complete misunderstanding. If Coconut missed what we were saying beforehand, it would sound like we were making fun of her.
僕が調子に乗るまで踊ってるってどういうこと？お兄ちゃんは僕のこと大事な妹だって。
Wait a sec. Calm down! Coconut, you got the wrong idea.
あずきだって僕のこと褒めてくれたんじゃなかったの？今まではあんな風にだって褒めてくれたこと一度もなかったくせに。
She's trying to stifle the anger in her voice as she bites down on her lip. I see her shoulders start to quiver slightly. This isn't good. I doubt she'll listen now even if I try to clear things up. This is a critical situation if I don't choose my words carefully.
いや、だから今のは次元だっつってんだろ。そうやって人の話聞かずに早とちりすっからくだらねえミスばっかすんだろうが。
Azuki, I don't think you should...
あずきはなんでそんな嘘ついたの？最低だよ。僕のことそんな風にからかって傷つけて楽しいよ。いくら喧嘩ばっかりでもお姉ちゃんだと思ってたのに。
She has a point.
いや、だから別に嘘ついたとかじゃなくてな。感触起こしてねえでこっちの話聞けっつうの。うる
さい！あずきの話なんて聞きたくもないよ。
Them cats are still going at it too. Outside, I'm just hearing that like... I have my door slightly open to where I can just feel some night air shooting through my room because it's real stuffy. And in the background, I hear my two cats are still going at it. Saki's just messing with Felina.
大きいのは態度ばっかり。器は体と同じくらい小さいじゃないか。
Ooh, them's fighting words. Hey, Coconut, calm down! It's really not how it seems.
箇所はちょっと下がってろ。
Maybe I should back the fuck up? Yep, maybe I should back the fuck up. Azuki cuts me off and takes a step towards Coconut.
おい、ナッツ。いいからギャンギャン騒ぐんじゃねえよ。話聞けって言ってんだろ。喧嘩売りてえだけなのか。意味もなくわざわざ人が気にしてっとこピンポイントでつっつきやがって。
Isn't it the other way around? Because usually it's Azuki who starts the shit with Coconut. I mean, it's never Coconut starting the shit with Azuki. but more times it's Azuki starting shit with Coconut. You notice that? It's like the older sister always picks on the younger sister just because it's sibling rivalry. And on top of that, well, that's the way it is. The older has to pick on the younger for some reason. Don't know why.
真面目に話してんだから、たまには姉貴の言うこと聞けよ。
ああ、そうだよ。あずきは僕のことが嫌いなんでしょ。
What the fuck are you talking about? We hate you.
僕は手のかかる調子に乗った妹なんでしょ。
No.
こんな時ばっかりお姉ちゃんぶって偉そうにお説教しないでよ。お兄ちゃんもあずきも一緒になって僕のことを騙して。
Well, at least you still call me Oni-chan, so that's good.
あずきなんかお姉ちゃんじゃない。お兄ちゃんが僕のことを褒めてくれたのも全部嘘だったんだ。
They were not!
大事な家族だなんて嘘っぱちじゃないか。お兄ちゃんもあずきもどうせ血なんて繋がってないんだから。
Hey, that's going over the line, Coconut! I felt that. She holds her cheek, bewildered. I can't believe what I just saw. You and me both, man. You and me both. All I can do is stare at Azuki in shock. Uh-oh. I know that tone. I've used that tone myself.
どんな時だろうが、言っていいことと悪いことの区別もつかねえのか。
それは。
そんなんだからガキって言われるのが本気でわかんねえのか。
Coconut stammers, dumbstruck. Tears start to well up in her eyes, followed by an incoherent wail. But Azuki remains unaffected. She continues to glare at Coconut steadfast. I have an incoherent wail too. It's mainly just me just doing this. Like I'm yelling, but it's like I'm holding back that powerful scream of mine. Or maybe it's a loud dragon roar. And it's usually when I'm angry, when I'm just really, really pissed off. Yeah. It usually happens when, you know, something bad happens or, I don't know, just one of them times, you know. Without another moment's hesitation, she dashes out of the room. There was a short silence followed by the ringing of the chime at the store's entrance. There was a hint of regret in her voice, like she's holding back her own tears. The hand she slapped Coconut with twitches. That was unnecessary. Especially since you, of all people, worry the most about Coconut.
うるせえよ。 別に私だって手なんか出すつもりじゃ。
Twitch reaction, yeah. Azuki begins to cry as though she was the one who was slapped. She squeezes the offending hand tightly. Her kindness and sorrow, anger and weakness. Gently pet Azuki as these emotions chum inside of her. You know, a while back, I tried to help Shigure, and we ended up getting into a huge fight. The situation is no different. So, I know how you feel, Azuki. I know how Coconut feels. I just never went as far as slap somebody like that. Because I've been told I am a very dangerous individual with my strength as it is. If I so wanted, I could kill somebody, but you know, I have to restrain that power. Oh, I really have to restrain that. Full of regrets, Azuki lowers her head, holding her hand tightly and digging her nails into her skin. There's been a lot of times where I've ended up doing stupid things. So, I want to help out my precious family if they end up in a similar situation. I take her hand, now painfully red and marked up from her own nails, and peer into her eyes. I know this line is sort of out of the way here. Excuse me if I'm stretching. But I'm going out of character for a moment. And saying I know people like this. You know, I know people in a certain situation like this. They're the ones that take the most responsibility. You know, they're older, so that means, you know, that means you have more responsibility. Like, I'll give I'll give one good example. Best example I can come up with, Big. Now, Big Fatty Plus is a friend of mine, fellow up here, member of our crew, Random Co-op, and he usually takes the brunt of most of what he has to do. Especially with his little sister involved. You know, I kind of look at Azuki like Big, you know, it's like, you're the big brother. You have a lot of responsibility. That means you got to be the tough guy, the tough gal. You got to be the Neketsu Kohai, you know. You got to be the hot-blooded tough guy, you know. And it's not easy, let me tell you. It is not easy. It is not easy by any stretch of imagination. Now, compare that to me. I'm like the younger brother. I'm like the younger brother of a group of siblings. They're not even blood related to me. It's like I'm the adopted little brother, right? Because all the stuff that's happening now with my family, I'm just now learning things that I shouldn't even know about. But it's like, oh, you're part of this family. But I'm the younger part, so it's like, most times, it's the reciprocal of it. Like, since you're the number one of the family, since I am the Ichigo Musko of the family. Yes, I am the number one son of this family. And I have to take responsibility for what I do sometimes. Mainly stuff like taxes and whatnot. When I'm on here, that's what I usually do sometimes. It's not easy. But the one thing you gotta know is, you can't always be, you can't always be this pillar, you know. Sometimes being that pillar, it's not easy. It is definitely not easy. I mean, you have to be 24/7, 365, and it grates on you sometimes. It grates on me like almost every day. And all I'm thinking about is, okay, bide my time. When this passes, I'm going to do this. And I have to plot my days out. I have to plot them out carefully and, strategically. And, my friends, I deal with their problems sometimes. Sometimes when they have problems, they don't want to talk about it, I ask about it. So I can only say, out of everybody in the group, the one that just stands out to me the most, that has like responsibility issues, because he has a job to do, not just out there in the field, but when he gets home. He has responsibilities, and it's sometimes great on him. So to that notice, I'd say, Big, I salute what you do, man. I really do, man. I really salute what you do. Because you take so much bullshit on a daily basis, it's not even funny. I can relate, but none more than the kind of bullshit that you had to deal with on an almost daily basis. So I gotta give you mad respect for what you do. Dealing with your family, and then dealing with your job, and then trying to do what you're doing on YouTube. I give you mad props, bro. I do. I really do. And I hear movement. Azuki. Being stubborn like this is only going to make things more painful. The longer this goes on, the less chance you have to make up with coconut. Are you okay with that?
いいわけねえだろ。分かりきったことを聞いてどうすんだよ。
Yeah, I guess you would. Well, if you know that, then you know we have to go and find Coconut. You are her big sister, right? Azuki lifts her head. I know what's going on right now, but I'm not even paying attention now. Though she seems hurt, she looks at me.
言われなくたって分かってるし。
Yeah, I guess you're not as indecisive as I am. I choose my words deliberately. Her lips curve into a resigned smile.
カシュはほんと意外に暑苦しいよな。
Very easy.
くせえこと平気で言うカッコつきだし。
Me and Kashou are a lot alike, you know.
でもありがとな。
Because me, I only call myself a senpai because I have to act like senpai. I have to be the older person. I have to be the upperclassman. Senpai to my friends, sensei to my students. I'm in that kind of position.
おかげさまでへこんでる場合じゃなくなったな。
This is just another thing that a big sister has to deal with.
そうだな。お姉ちゃんは大変だ。
She nods, smiling just as always.
じゃあダメな妹を探しに行きますか。
Yeah, we have to find her quick. With a deep breath, I put a hand on the shop's door. And pushing it open, we run out to go find our beloved sister. I find her at last standing by a railing at an empty park that overlooks the ocean. She has her back turned to me, and her familiar long hair streams down it. Hearing my footsteps, she turns to face me.
お兄ちゃん。
Her heterochromatic eyes are red and puffy from crying. She... Game? Story? What's up? Okay. I had to press enter again. She looks at what... I tell you, sometimes I have to work out all these little bugs that happen in this story. She looks away from me, hiding her drained complexion. One moment. I had a lot I was going to say to you when I found you, but I'm just glad you're safe, Coconut. Really. I lay my honest feelings out and breathe a deep, relieved sigh.
お兄ちゃん。
I want to see something. Oh, I can't use the... Okay, never mind. Let me do this then. She lays her face back down on the railing. I'm using my controller. Sounds of her muffled sobs echo throughout the park. Silently, I stand beside Coconut. We gaze at the pitch-black sea and night sky together.
分かってるんだ。僕がダメなのくらい。お兄ちゃんに教えてもらってようやくもうちょっと役に立つくらいだって。
She seems even weaker than the wavering starlight being reflected off the water's surface. Her voice is frail and despondent as she continues to sob. I stand there silently, waiting for Coconut to talk.
僕は本当に体が大きいだけで何の役にも立ててなくて。 シナモンにもメープルにも年下のショコラやバニラにもあんなこと言われた小豆にだって全然かなわないって分かってるんだ。
Oh, we heard that line so many times. I'll never amount to anything, blah, blah, blah. Stop.
分かってるから頑張ってるんだ。でも、うまくいかないでも。僕だって、お兄ちゃんやしぐれちゃんの役に立ちたいんだ。でも、あんな風に言われたらさ、僕だって。
She rubs her fists tightly around the rail. One after another, tears begin to run down her face. It's hard to see her in so much pain knowing that I can't do anything. Coconut. I understand that nothing I say will reach her right now. Words won't help, but one of these days, we are actually going to see the face of Kashou. We're just seeing parts of him. I put my arms around her trembling shoulders and tenderly brush her cheek. She might be bigger than any of the other cat girls, but despite how she looks, she's actually the most gentle, delicate, and helpless of them all. I feel like I'll break her if I hug her too tight. As if giving her my strength, I embrace her. Whisper into her ear as gently as I can. Haven't I told you? You're always so impatient, Coconut. Her voice is much calmer than before. She begins to loosen up just a little bit. Chocolat might be sincere and cheerful, but it's because of those qualities that she's so awkward and messes up a lot. Vanilla's smart, but she's always so apathetic. Maple says rude things to customers too, and Cinnamon always spaces out and ends up ignoring everything else around her. With a wry smile, I continue to look at the speechless Coconut. Azuki's always so sarcastic and he causes a lot of problems. Even Shigure pushes herself too hard and bites off more than she can chew sometimes. And of course, I'm always bossing everyone around and making them do things how I want them to be done. Even now, I'm at a loss because I can't seem to make you feel any better. Coconut. You may be a little insecure, vain, and clumsy. But when it comes to physical strength, you have everyone beat. And you're always trying your hardest. I bring her close and firmly embrace her shaking hand. It all depends on how you look at it. Human, cat, girl, doesn't matter. Everyone has good and bad traits. Tell it like it is, man. Tell it like it is. Coconut, do you dislike the other cat girls because of their flaws? You and Azuki are always fighting, but do you really hate her? Coconut murmurs, her voice shaky. Tears drip down her cheeks. Yeah, 919. Even if there are parts you dislike about her, that doesn't mean you hate her. Because in the end, we're family. At least that's how I feel. And that's how I feel sometimes about our group, Random Co-op. There are a lot of things that I can say are what makes us so great as a group, and yet so awkward as a group. And I could just run off the main things that are like make us so quirky and so strange and so weird, but it makes us so wonderful as a group because, well, without those kind of flaws, we wouldn't probably get along with each other if we didn't have those flaws. It's like, there's MB's inability to actually spell things right sometimes, which causes me to almost want to just slap him sometimes. He thinks it's cute, but it's, I don't know. But, I mean, he tries. What he's trying to do, he's trying to do. So I can't fault him for that. Then there's, Snorlag, and he's just trying to make it in the world. That's all he's trying to do. He's just trying to make it one day at a time, and nobody can fault him for that. Sometimes when he's down, it's a terrible thing when he's down. But when he's in good spirits, you want to try to be on par with yourself. Just try to be as balanced as you can. You have the good parts and you have the bad parts. There's nothing I can say about Mag, because honestly I find Mag to be a very cool guy to hang out with, He's just as funny as I am with the bad puns and everything. So it's like, hey, it's just me and him, we crack jokes like simultaneously. And then there's, Big. Big is like that. Big is like, let's see, freaking Sid from Final Fantasy VII. Sid Highwind. Yeah, if I had to choose a Sid, that's the Sid I will go with for Big. He's like that one guy that's like, basically, you put him around something like steampunk or something like that, oh, he's a beast. He's a freaking beast. You give him something like steampunk or something like that, he's a beast. But it's like, I would say he'd be like the most squattiest dude ever known. He would be like the most squattiest dude, but he'd be the most outspoken dude ever known. And sometimes, even if he is a little bit enraged or, short fused, and even if he calls himself an idiot sometimes. And sometimes in which we have to tell him, you're not an idiot. It's just what makes him who he is. It makes him big. That's the reason. And then we have, going down the line, Yiska and her awkwardness. I'm going to leave that at that. Because what she shares with us sometimes is just weird, It's like that kind of weird, like, you hear crickets. It's like you have ... It's kind of like, it's almost like she's Dr. Alphys from Undertale, She's like the very awkward member of the group, It's like, we know what you're doing. It just caught us off guard. We're okay with this. We're just gonna go on like normal. Don't worry. You're cool. You're still cool. And then we have 40, basically. 40's like, hey, I'm just here. 40's like, I'm just here. I'm just rolling with the jokes. He just like to go with the flow, and I love him for that. I mean, it's like we can have a discussion, and he just throws something out there like quips, bang. And then there's Ryu, and Ryu is like the guy that is almost like the 24/7, 365 good guy. It's like he always wants everything to work out and get the fuck out of there as soon as that time for him to leave is there, you know? It's like, phoom, I'm out. He's a hard worker, but man, the people he has to deal with, my God, you gotta say a prayer for that man. And on top of that, he's working on projects too on his channel. Shit. Give that man a fucking medal, okay? Give that man a fucking medal. Shit. And then there's Sheena. Basically, she's going through something, you know, sometimes she's just like, she's the one who basically needs the most help. And the only person who actually has the time and the energy to deal with this is me. Because I can understand how she feels. Sometimes, you know, it's not easy with feelings sometimes. So it's definitely not very easy on her end. Especially with what she's been going through. Like, she basically went through a lot of things that I went through when I was like 13. I went through a lot of shit when I was 13. I lost my dad. Then down the road, I lost my grandparents, grandmother first, then my grandfather, and then I lost a lot of relatives down the road. And let me tell you, that hurts. And even when I went through in Japan for even just 1 year, that was a lot. I'm sorry if this point I'm just being very talkative and OOC about this, but it has to come out. It really does. It really does. Even with all the shit that I went through, I kind of use it as a way to inspire people. Don't ever go through the way I went. I mean, you have something to work with that. If I have something I can inspire you with, please let that inspire you. Let that make you a better person. That's the only thing I can say. Whatever I can contribute and somehow help you out, even with videos like these, and I'm saying something like this, and god damn it, if it helps you, and I'm speaking to you, and not to just, I'm speaking to the audience, but I'm speaking to certain members of the audience. And even if they do or don't respond, but they know what I'm talking about throughout the video, then that's what should matter. You open up sometimes. And games like these, or visual novels like these, I like to open up. I really do. I really like to open up while I'm doing these kind of novels, because as an author, I write a lot, and I can just basically communicate much better when I'm writing something out or I'm typing something out. Whereas if I'm talking, it's hard to tell if you understand or not, unless if I'm taking my time with it. So I work both ways. I work with people. And then, me, I'm the ringleader of this whole establishment. So, of course, we're going to have compromise, and we're going to have compromises. We're going to have issues. We're going to have arguments. We're going to have this and that and another. But, when it comes down to it, it's more like, it's not mainly what says goes, but, you have to understand that everybody got issues. I'm trying to help somebody with this kind of issue. So therefore, wouldn't it be right if, you know, if I helped with somebody else and trying to straighten things out, then that's all that should matter. That's what I think. Because as my character just said, in the end, we're family. And I would not just like basically kick somebody out just because, oh, matter of opinion. It's like, if I had a bad day, I want to let you know, I had a bad day. My day was sincerely fucked up. It's like, be patient with me. I just have one of them days. I need cheering up. What you got? You know, I can easily laugh it off, you know. But, you know, it's like, if I got a bad day, please, at least give me some manner of respect just to get it out of my system. Just so I don't have to sleep with this shit on my, I don't have to sleep with this shit. I don't have to have it lingering on my conscience or something like that. So that's why I say, you know, sometimes, if you gotta talk about it, talk about it. If you got some kind of problem, talk about it. Because it's just gonna linger if you don't talk about it. And you gotta accept it, you know. You gotta accept whatever kind of advice is there. Even if I'm not going to say anything about it, or even if I do say something about it, it's only best if you just basically, you know, say what you gotta say. Say what you feel. Open up a bit. And if you feel better about it, I've done my job. That's why I say my rank is a senpai. Back into character now. Back into character now. Even though we're not blood related, you're still a precious member of the Minazuki family, aren't you? At the very least, I consider you to be my younger sister, just like Shigure is. Except not with an older brother complex like she has. Even if you hate me, okay? I feel that with a strange group of people, we've grown close over the short lifespan we've met each other on YouTube. And even new members coming in. Or, you know, new people showing up to our streams sometimes, you know. You gotta admit, it's just as it is, you know. You gotta take it at face value. We are somewhat of a family. I got their back, they got my back. That's all you need to know. I have their back, they got my back. If there's a problem, you come to me about it. You don't, you know, blast it out like that. You don't go shoot the whoop on everybody, you know. You don't go brimstone and all that kind of shit. It's like, if there's a problem, you come to me. You don't like that. It's like, no, sidebar, come here. Sidebar, what's your problem? That's how I handle my business. That's how I handle business within the group. Sidebar, you got a problem? Sidebar. Or if you got a sidebar, okay, let's sidebar this. Talk about this. Gotta talk about it in private? chat it up with me. I get the message. Ain't no problem. You gotta work family like a business sometimes, you know? You gotta make sure every bit works, you know? You gotta make sure that, not that everybody's kind of on par with themselves. Not on par with you, but on par with themselves. Make sure that they're okay. Because in kind, they want to make sure that you're okay. I know it's going to be a long video because I'm taking my time with this. I'm really taking my time with this. The trickle of tears becomes a river. She begins to wail, repeating, "I'm sorry," over and over again. With Coconut's head nestled against me, I gently rub her cheek. Hugging her tighter, I try to stop her from trembling. Gently wiped the tears from Coconut's left cheek. Does it still hurt where Azuki hit you? Excuse me. Give me a hot second. Cold air is hitting me. Her crying gets louder, and she begins to howl over and over again. Damn, that was quick. That cutscene was like, frick! Okay. So, about Azuki. I take my hand off Coconut's cheek and turn around.
この距離なんだから聞こえてるに決まってんだろ。
With her usual nonchalant attitude, she snorts, turning her head away in embarrassment.
本当に手のかかるバカ猫だな、おめえは。
She approaches Coconut as she speaks.
ごめんなさい。ひどいこと言ってごめんなさい。あんなこと言われたからって家族の縁が切れるわけがねえだろうが、バカ猫が。血がつながってるとかつながってねえとかそういうもんじゃねえだろ。おめえは私の妹なんだよ。たとえナッツが認めなくてもおめえ
hug each other tightly, putting aside all their issues, and don't let each other go.
私が悪かった。許してくれ。ナッツが頑張ってるのは誰よりも私が見てたから。だからもうピーピー泣くんじゃねえよ。妹泣かせる姉貴とか最低もいいとこだろうな。
そんなこと言われたらもっと泣いちゃうに決まってるでしょ。ありがとう、お姉ちゃん、お姉ちゃ
手のかかる可愛い妹なんだからよ。夏は。
Every drop began to roll down Azuki's face as she gently pats Coconut again and again. It's a pretty eventful night, but I'm glad they were able to make up in the end. Let's try to hold back my own tears. I look on as Azuki and Coconut as they continue to embrace each other. It's gotten really late. Look at the time and see that it's already past 11 p.m.
ごめんなさい。僕が余計な時間を取らせたから。
別におめえ一人のせいじゃねえし、いちいち自虐ネタに走るんじゃねえよな。
今日のお姉ちゃんは優しいな。
うるせえ。私はいつも優しいんだよ。
Says who? She says embarrassed. And snorts slightly, letting her facade slip out a bit. I don't want to ruin this charming scene. Since you guys are made up to each other now, why don't you stay in my place tonight?
ショコラとバニラがいねえからって私らを代わりにしようってか。そんな手に乗るほど私は安い猫じゃねえぞ。
Have your way. It means I had to have this bed all to myself.
代わりって、お兄ちゃん、それって。
Hey, that's your decision. You don't want to sleep with me, that's fine. That means I have all this bed to myself. So enough rolling for me to go around. No. I'm just offering you a place to stay. You two are making the rest up.
まあ、確かに今から帰るのも面倒だし、それならナッツと一緒でも仕方ねえかな。
本当にじゃあ、あずきのことギュってしながら寝てあげるね。
よし、てめえはソファーで一人で寝ろや。
じゃあ腕枕で妥協するから。姉妹なんだし、それくらいならいいでしょ。
Well, she does have nice, well, Coconut really does have a nice pair of pillows.
おい、カショー、ナッツの姉妹感を兄として強制してやれよ。
I don't know, she seems pretty similar to Sugar Dad if you ask me.
言われてみれば、そうだったな。
でしょ？だから今日は一緒に寝ようね、お姉ちゃん。
わかった。今日だけはな。
はい、ありがとうお姉ちゃん。
stars in the night sky twinkle down on us three Minazukis as we cheerfully make our way home. Damn, that was quick!
ご主人様、ショコラが生きて戻りましたよ。
おかえり。
辛かったですよ。本当に辛かったですよ、ご主人様。
And now we're gonna have a new set of problems. Alright. There. Or I should say it in Japanese. Hi. Shush. Katie? I catch Chocolate as she flies into my arms.
しぐれ、ただいま戻りました。久しぶりの我が家にただいま。
Welcome back, you three. Or you two. No, you three. Welcome home to you too, Shigure and Vinaya. The pair continues past me and into the house.
3人ともおかえり。お疲れ様。その様子だとなんとか大丈夫だったんですよね。ええ、なんとか。
Somehow?
それは大変でしたけども、一時は往生したとか。
Eh? Sure sounds like it was an ordeal, alright. Shigure and Vanilla sound serious. They've got this really solemn air about them. Well, I guess I'll have to reward Shigure personally.
あれ、あずにゃんとココちゃんは？ああ、何ならキッチンの方で。何すんだよ、バカマンチカ！
Back to normal. Whatever the fuck that is.
僕が卵割ってるのくらい見えてるでしょ。
Oh dear.
うるせえ、この長毛種が。
Oh dear.
てめえの低血が邪魔だからぶつかっちまったんだよ。もう、あずきとココナッツは
Hi.
神聖な兄様の厨房で喧嘩などして。ココちゃんもあずにゃんももっと仲良くすればいいのにな。あの2匹はしゃあない。ああいう生き物なんだよ、そこは。
Hi. No. They are getting along. Just in their own way. Seeing those two fight is, in a weird way, kinda cute. I watched the two go at it through the order window.
もう素直じゃないんだからな。ギュッてしちゃうぞ、お姉さん。
This game actually went there by putting the word glomp. Glomp. Now she can pin you down with those big tits of hers.
おい、うぜえからやめろっつうの。離せこら。嬉しいくせに。ほらほら、くるくるくる。 くわかんないけど仲良しが一番だよ。
Yes, don't worry about it. They're all getting along. What do you think? I hope. I'm pretty sure.
笑う角にの服着たらってね。
ショコラの能天気キャラはこういう時は癒されるんだけどね。
バニラ、思い出すのはやめましょう。また次回の更新の時まで。
また次回があるのに困ったのよ。
ほら、尻尾立ってるよ、ピーンって。ああ、すごい。ちげえし、これはフレーメン反応だし。
Hey, you two save it after work. What are you saying again? Hey, you two save for after work? Alright, look like everyone's here. Let's get ready to open up. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm reminded of that saying. I move over to Azuki and Coconut, who certainly seem to have made up. They rub their heads, messing up their hair. So I think that's the end of chapter 3. The Soeurs fish shot check. I had to read that by my own time. Anyway, what I'm going to do here is I'm actually going to stop here. And in the next part, we're actually going to go into chapter 4. Yeah. So stay tuned. More Nekopara Volume 2 right after this. Thanks for watching.